I'm out on a beautiful trail. Tasty, toasty day. Sun just beaming away. You're feeling great. I wanted to talk about some tips about how to get a good sleep. I was talking to a friend today, and she was saying, she's been in a bit of an energetic slump, and getting a good night's sleep is so key to our energy levels and our mood and everything, right? So some things that have helped me in my life are definitely looking at the diet. There's definitely some natural things that you can start to take that will help you get a better sleep at night. One that's helped me a lot is valerian root. You can find that in most places that sell supplements, or you can find teas with it. I've had a good tea. Another one is chamomile. There's actually a tea that I found that have both. So chamomile, valerian root, passion flower. These are all really good to calm your nerves. A lot of sleep aids also have magnesium in it. I've talked about that in one of my videos about depression, and it can help to boost your mood as well. And you can find magnesium in leafy greens like kale and spinach and watercress, arugula, stuff like that. And that's all definitely going to help you get a better sleep. Also things that have like tryptophan in them, which converts into melatonin, that's going to help you get a better sleep. So things like nuts and beans, bananas are a good source. For me, bananas are a go-to. Not right before bed. I think it's also good to have some time, a good amount of time before you go to bed where you're not eating, so that you're not digesting your food as you're trying to sleep, and your body's having to use this energy to work to digest your food. So taking some time before you go to bed where you're not eating and maybe you're just drinking, and again, those natural teas are going to be great. A warm milk is a classic one for a lot of people because milk has tryptophan as well. So whatever works for you. I also think it's important to stay away from electronics as much as possible before you're going to bed for at least like an hour, especially like watching a screen like a TV or on your phone or something. If you can shut these things off an hour before you're going to bed, then you're going to be in a much more restful state, and you're going to be able to fall asleep easier. Some other foods that I've heard are good before bed are kiwis. Kiwis apparently help you get a better sleep. I haven't really put that one to the test too much, but dark cherries also are said to help you get a more restful sleep. So there's so many different options you can choose if you're looking for like a natural food source or a natural herb or something. Something that's helped me as well is also doing some light stretching before you go to sleep. It gets all that excess tension out of your body, and you'll just feel way more relaxed. You won't be so jittery. And there's tons of different types of stretches that you can do. A few that have really helped me is putting yourself against a wall, like lying down and putting your legs up, straight up against the wall, and hold that for about 30 seconds. And then going down on your knees, like crouching down and putting yourself completely flat down on your knees, like crouched up into a ball, like you're doing the duck and cover, holding that for 30 seconds. And then when you're lying flat on your bed, putting your feet together and your knees out as if you're bringing your feet in towards your groin area, like you're doing a groin stretch, but your back is flat on your bed. And these few stretches I usually do before I go to sleep, and they really just help to get me into a more calm state, get that tension out, get that stress out. Another technique that's helped me a lot is the same thing I do before I meditate. You know, breathing in and clenching up all of your muscles, and then as you release your breath, release all that tension. And you can do that a couple times, and that's the same concept. You're flexing it all, and you're getting that tension, but then you're releasing it, and it totally relaxes you. You feel like you can just be still and peaceful. Another good technique that I've talked about that's helped me is if you have a lot of stuff on your mind, that could also be a big thing, right? A lot of people have trouble sleeping because they have so much on their mind, and it just starts to go through one thing at a time before you're trying to go to sleep. I'm sure we've all experienced this at some point. So something that's helped me is like writing down some things before you go to sleep to get it off your mind, right? If it's on your mind, if it's something you're thinking about or worrying about, then just to write it down and have it so that you're not thinking about it. You don't have to remember it. You've got it out there. You've written it down. And then it takes that weight off of your mind so that you're not feeling like, oh, this is something I need to worry about or remember. And so any little thing like that can really help. And the last part is just like, you know, surrendering to sleep, right? Instead of overthinking it so much, like I need to get to sleep, which just kind of makes you sit there and think about more stuff, right? It just like adds up, and it just keeps on building on itself, and you just keep thinking, oh, I'm not getting to sleep right now, I need to get to sleep. And that resistance just kind of makes that stronger. So just surrendering to it, you know, allowing yourself to get into that relaxed state and not pay attention to your thoughts so much, but just focus on relaxing your body and just allowing yourself to drift off. And yeah, I mean, all those things have definitely helped me in my life in times when I need to get to sleep, especially like that mental part, right? Like there's been so many nights where I'm trying to get to sleep, but there's just things on my mind. So it can be really helpful to just write some things down and get them off your chest, kind of thing. Get them off your mind. So now you're not thinking about them so much. But yeah, that's it for today. That's all I want to share. Hopefully it's helpful. Leave any comments if you have any additional tips or anything. I'm sure it could be helpful. But yeah, I hope everyone has an amazing day. Stay healthy. Oh, one more thing is also, you know, our circadian rhythm, right? Like getting out into the sun and taking in that sunlight, right? And then at night, I talked about this in my video about the pineal gland. At night, you know, turning off the lights as much as you can, which goes hand in hand with the electronics and everything. But when we turn off the lights, And even like wearing a hood can be helpful as well, right? To cover up your pineal gland so it feels like it's dark. And this starts to generate that melatonin. And that's what's really gonna help us get a good restful sleep. So yeah, I hope this has been helpful. Hope everyone has a blessed day. Peace and limitless love.